following contest from Denver, Colorado, weighing in at Little Howie Don.
Oh, I can't wait to see this one.
Of all the superstars on the roster, this guy is amongst the hardest working. That goes without saying.
Definitely shout out to Don Chaos. We know you got our back, and we got your back too, man. Denver, Colorado all day, brother. We're definitely going to hook up with you. Much love to Carnival Spirits for putting us on as well on this YouTube, man.
Shout out to you, Don Chaos, for, what is this episode, like 126 or something like that?
Yes, sir.
You've been putting in work, bro. Respect. Y'all doing some shit for the community and the fam out there. Appreciate it. So just keep doing what y'all doing, you know what I mean?
Congrats to Don Chaos for 1,000 subscribers. Whoop, whoop.
Keep it going, man.
Congratulations, Don Chaos. Yes, keep it going, man. Good luck to you, fucking Don Chaos, and fucking hell yeah on your 1,000 fucking followers.
You know who it is. It's Ouija Mac, bitch. Shout out to Carnival Spirits. And fucking shout out to Don Chaos one time. You know what's going on.
This is my brother. Everyone, Don Chaos and Brother Lynch Hung here.
Yeah, and Carnival Spirits, what's up, man? Don Chaos, what's up? It's your boy Brother Lynch Hung. We out here tonight. Let's go.
Fuego Flames and my nigga Don Chaos. What's going on, B? It's my brother right here, my boy. Excuse the left.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Don Chaos, and I'm with a very legendary man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Hey, Sean. Yeah, we at the gathering, y'all.
Podcast/radio show of the year. This one's always controversial. Coming in number one, we got Hours of Chaos with Don Chaos. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, congratulations, man. Don Chaos, Hours of Chaos.
Yo, 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 yo. What is good, everyone? Y'all already know who this is. This is Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire, back up on here with the Hours of Chaos podcast. This is episode 153, y'all. And we are on officially the road to the 200th episode of the Hours of Chaos podcast. Of course, tonight we will be joined by the Rude Boy. He was supposed to be on here last week, but personal stuff happened. But he is definitely going to be on here right now. So let's get into the meat of potatoes. I am going to send the link out, and then I'm going to give this man the proper introduction that he deserves. So gotta get my announcer voice up and ready. Let's see Rudy in the chats, y'all. So let's go ahead and send him the link and get him on here, y'all. On here to talk about his newest book, y'all. My Life the Funhouse. All right, y'all. Of course, if you guys are watching exclusively on Carnival Spirits, super chats are welcome in the chat. So I'm excited to do this interview. So excited. I've been so excited to do this interview. This man, y'all, is a legend in this Juggalo community, in this whole Juggalo scene underground that we all know and love. He's a legendary wrestler. He has his own legendary podcast, Cruising the Barrio. And now he has his book, My Life, the Funhouse, which you guys can go pick up on Rocks TV as well as Amazon.com. So make sure you guys do that. So, without further ado, let's give the man the introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hailing from Southwest Detroit, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Rude Boy. Sent him the link, so now we just wait. Okay, y'all. How many of you guys have ordered My Life, the Funhouse? I ordered my copy. Should be here really soon. And yeah, when it gets here, I will do an unpackaging of it. I'm definitely excited to read it. Shouts to Mike Shepard for that book, who also wrote the book Forever in the Jets, the Project Born book. Well, it's a perfect time to learn to read then, Shanzi. Yep. And you guys can guarantee when I'm done reading the book, I will do a full-on review of the book. So now we just wait for Rude Boy. Of course, you guys know we are live on YouTube. We are live on Twitch as well as Facebook. So we are live everywhere. Oh, yeah. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you go check out my girl's stream. She streams on Twitch. She plays games on Twitch, so make sure you guys go check her out. Let me check something, y'all. We having technical difficulties. All right, y'all. Just going ahead and walking through it. So while we wait for Rudy, how's everyone else been? What's everyone else been up to? Hold on, y'all. Got an update. Let's see. StreamYard's being a little weird right now, so for some people it's really weird when it tries to add some people. It's really weird. Okay. Getting updates as I'm talking to you guys. I'm pretty much helping Rudy walk through it because, you know, sometimes StreamYard be on some fuck shit. Ah, there we go. Sweet. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Southwest Detroit, the Rude Boy.
What's up, everybody out there listening? Sorry, I'm not computer savvy or any of that good stuff, but you know we were gonna make it happen regardless. What's good?
Hell yeah. What's good, bro? I hear you on the computer stuff. I get technology too. I have to ask my niece. I'm like, how does this work? I hear you, man. So how you been, man?
I'm great. I'm living great. Life is good. Got a new book out. I mean, how many people can actually say that, you know, that someone took the time out over a year and a half to chronological put together and order an awesome book, and it's something I'm proud of. I'm proud that I got to work with the great Mike Shepard, one of the greats of all time when it comes to writing. And if you don't believe me, go back and check out his catalog on Amazon. It's amazing, man. And I'm thankful that he took the time to tell my story with me.
Hell yeah. Shouts to Mike Shepard. He's definitely a real one. And he's just like you, Rudy. He's actually a day oneer because I've actually interviewed him myself.
Awesome, man. Yeah, he told me about it last week. I want to apologize, man. You know, I got a little bit too tipsy on Thursday night last week. And yeah, but I'm here, man. I'm here.
Exactly. So this is a big honor for me, bro, because I've like grown up like watching you, like not just in the Juggalo scene, but like wrestling in general. Like you've had such a strong impact on my life. So I just want to tip my hat and thank you for that.
No, the pleasure's all mine. You know, I mean, after all these years to still have cats like yourself want to speak to me and give me a platform to speak to your people, that means a lot to me, man. It means a whole lot to me.
Hell yeah. Like you've had such an impact. Like I always tell people, like, surprisingly, people's jaws drop, and I like mention some of my favorite wrestlers, and I like put you on that list.
Nice. Thank you. I'm honored by that.
So yeah, I guess we'll get to like some of the like questions. Like we heard from like Mike Shepard a little bit, but how did this like come about? Like him wanting to like tell your story. Like what made you want to like write your story out there?
Well, many years ago, not many years ago, about 5 years ago, I was diagnosed with early dementia, and because of the closed head injuries that I had of 30 years of wrestling, being hit in the head with chairs and different objects and whatnot. Anyways, I started losing my memory then, and DJ Carlito was like, "Man, Dad, you gotta write down your story because it's amazing." And it just so happens that Mike Shepard was writing a book for Project Born. And he called me and said, "Hey, listen, can I come down and interview you about this book?" And I said, "Of course, Project Born, I love those guys." So he came to our studio, Cave Studios, and we hit it off real good. And I told him, I said, "Man, me and Carlito, we've been talking, we've been thinking, and I think it's time that we'd like to write a book. And would you have any interest in it?" And right away, he was like, "Man, that would be great. You really do need to tell your story, So, long story short, we got together, and next thing you know, he's following me around everywhere. And when I mean everywhere, bro, I mean everywhere. I mean, like we were tied to the hip for almost a year and a half, and I'm talking about going cross country. I'm talking about him being at my home. I mean, just everything. And on top of that, not only did I get a great writer to write this book, and I also got a brother. My family got just a little bit bigger, and I don't let too many people in my circle. And Mike Shepard was one of those guys that I trust and I believe in. And he wrote this story, and it's amazing. I still, when I pick up the book, I'm at a loss for words. I really am. Like, wow, forever I will be immortalized for years to come. And people will get to see this story, and it's a story of not only of triumph and of achieving your dreams, but it's also a story of heartache. It's a story of depression. It's a story of suicide. I mean, it has it all in the book. And one thing that I told Mike Shepard, I said, "Mike, if we do this book, it has to be to the T." And he was like, "Sure, man." He was like, "Anything you want taken out of it, I'll take out of it." I said, "No, that's where you don't understand. I don't want nothing taken out of it. I want it to be the story as is. And it might hurt some people's feelings. It might piss some people off. It might even make some people smile and happy. But it's my story, and I'm telling it to the truth." And so me and Mike, we hit it off great. And, he comes down from Flint every other week and hangs out with me and stuff. And in fact, we're going to be hanging out this Saturday. DJ Carlito's opening for Big Daddy Kane here in Detroit. And we're real excited about that. So we're going to be hanging out with him this weekend too. So I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah. And you guys are actually throwing a release party for like the book, which I have the flyer for. So there it is.
Yes. The great Daniel Jordan is coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. One of my favorite rappers of all time. And I'm honored that he's going to be a part of it. I'm honored that we are giving 100% of the proceeds at the door to the Salvation Army of Detroit. We always give back to the community. We always do, and it's good karma. And we do that. And it's $5 to get in for a donation, or $20 and you get the book, and I'll sign it right there. And so we're looking forward to it. It's going to be great. That's at Trixie's in Hamtramck, Michigan.
Oh yeah, I definitely ordered my copy of the book. I can't wait to read it, and you can guarantee I will do a full-on review of it when I'm done reading it.
I'd appreciate that.
And you were actually here like just a few years ago. You were actually hosting Fearless Fred Fury tour here actually at the Roxy Theater in Denver, which was so dope.
Man, I love Denver. I love Denver so much. You'll read all about Denver in my book.
Yeah.
When we were recording the Bizarre Bazaar album, Joe Bruce and myself, we lived at the Ramada Inn on Colfax. We lived there for 3 months, and it was amazing. And one of the cool things about Denver is, like, for us personally, we had a really nice view of Colfax Avenue from our window in our room. So what we would do is we'd smoke out and we'd drink and we just open up the shades and watch all the hookers and watch all the craziness going on Colfax. I love it. And that's one of my favorite towns, man. I love Denver. Denver has always done nothing but shown love to Rudy, and I'm thankful, man. I really am. I've been going to Denver for 30 years now, man, and it's always home to me. Even though it's changed a little bit here and there, it's still always home to me.
Yeah, and pretty much I've always described people. I've always said that Detroit and Denver are like sister cities. You guys are called the D. We call Denver the D. You guys are the 313. We're the 303.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I love this place called Shotgun Willie's there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good place. There's also this like good like bar here. It's called One Up. It's a bar, but then it has like old school arcade games there.
Really?
So like they have like the Michael Jackson moonwalk game, if you remember that.
Yeah.
They have
that's great, man.
And all that stuff.
I'm gonna have to check that out. We are gonna be doing a book release party in Denver. I'm waiting for the logistics right now because we're making a commercial on Saturday, which is gonna have all of the different cities. We're coming to Denver. We're coming to Philadelphia. We're coming to Cleveland or Chicago. We're also coming to LA, and of course, we're going to be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I'm looking forward to giving you guys all the dates real soon by Saturday.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely kick it then.
Most definitely.
Hell yeah. I guess one of the questions like we'll ask you, like, do you explain like in the book like how you like got into like wrestling? Like if you can like remember, what was the first wrestling match that like glued you into wrestling?
Well, the thing is, brother Drew, the thing is that when I was a child, man, my father was obsessed with wrestling here in Detroit, and it was my mother and father. They would rotate weekends when they would go out, and my mother loved to play bingo, and my father, he loved wrestling, and it just so happens that one night the Sheik was wrestling Bobo Brazil at Cobo Arena. And my dad couldn't miss it, but it was his night to watch me at 1 year old. So he was like, fuck it. Let's get ready. You're going, man. So of course I don't remember it, but this is what I was told. Since 1 year old, I've been going to wrestling, and I have so many fond memories of Cobo Arena and all of the great stars that I got to see coming up as a kid. And I just knew back then, I said, I'm going to do this for a living, man. I'm going to do this. And one of the things that I've always done, Brother Drew, is that I've always, no matter what it is in life, no matter what it is, I've always set out to do it. I did it. It didn't matter. If I said I wanted to do something, I did it. That's the only way I knew how to do. You know, I never was one of those guys that said, man, I coulda, I woulda, I shoulda. No, fuck that. I did it. Whatever I wanted to do, I did. And you'll read all about it in the book. 30 years of still making his dreams come true. And the dream isn't over yet. It's just beginning.
Yep, I always tell people you're never too old to learn stuff. You're always learning lessons every day. Like there's stuff that I learned that I'm like, oh, I just learned something.
Right. No doubt.
And you can't have in life like with regrets. Like I always tell people, the stuff that you do in the past makes you the person you are today.
Bro, you hit the nail on the head right there, man. So many lessons that I've learned from the past that has made me the man that I am today. A man that I'm proud to look in the mirror and say, man, he's all right. That guy is pretty fucking cool. You know, and that doesn't mean that I wasn't an asshole in the past or I didn't step on toes, because I did. And I've asked for forgiveness for those people. And look, you know, we just keep the train moving. And keeping the train moving means continue to make more dreams to achieve. I don't want to sit back. I don't want to be an old man. I want to go out there and I still want to create memories and things that, where, you know, people will be like, man, God, you know, Rudy Hill lived his life to the fullest. And if I were to die tonight, God forbid that happens. God forbid that happens. I could not complain because I've lived the life of 10 men. God's honest truth. I watched babies be born in these hands. I watched best friends die in them. And in between, there's just a great story. And my life, the fun house, I think everyone will enjoy it. I really do.
Exactly, because you've definitely lived a life. It's reminiscent of my life. Like, I've had this happen. I've had this happen. And me and Mike were even talking. I told him eventually maybe if I want to write out my life, I might definitely look out for that.
You know what? Hey, if you feel that your life is going to change somebody's life or inspire someone, then do that damn thing. I was just talking to a friend of mine, Angel, in Atlanta, and she was a cage fighter, man, and she's a drag racer, and man, and she's just living life, bro, and you gotta respect that. And when I was talking to her, I was like, man, this is great. And she expressed to me, you know, I think I got a story to tell. And just briefly listening to what she said, I was like, absolutely, you got a story to tell. You know, not too many people could say those accomplishments, man. And again, as long as the story has an ending of triumph and look, making people think about their situation and how they can better it, I'm 100% for it.
Exactly. And that's another thing me and Mike were talking about. We were talking about how, like, Michigan has like a very good music scene, but then we were both saying how Michigan has a very rich wrestling history too.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And we tell the story every week. I'm an executive producer of a show called Big Time Memories, and you can find it here on YouTube. And really, what it is the history of wrestling from Detroit. And no exaggeration, we get on a Friday night 7,000 to 8,000 viewers every Friday that really want to know about Detroit history of wrestling, and I'm proud to say that I'm a part of that history.
Yes, you are. Most definitely. Like, I was recently in Detroit for like Halloween weekend, and that was like my real first time. Like, wow, this city is gorgeous. Like, the people are just so nice.
That was your first time in Detroit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Detroit is an amazing place. Detroit gets a bad rap, deservedly so. You know, we were the murder capital of the world for many years. And now, now it's one of the most pleasant places to live. Did I lose you?
I'm back.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to refresh after a bit.
I got you, man. I got you.
But yeah, I heard all what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a really good, like, we were like actually staying in like River Rogue, and I know you know all about River Rogue.
River Rouge, that is. But yes,
River
that's
Rouge.
one of my favorite places. And you'll read all about that in the book as well. You know, we have a rich history here in River Rouge. That's where Violent J first moved in with our family when he got kicked out of his house. And you know, we were dreamers when we were kids. We were dreamers. But I surround myself around greatness, Drew. I do. I truly do. and go-getters and people that want to make it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be around people with negativity or nothing like that. I need people to be like, man, I got to go do this because I need to make this a part of my life. And I'm one of the guys who always, if it makes sense, I'm always there to help out, and in any way I can. And when reading the book, My Life, The Funhouse, the Rudy Hill story, when reading the book, you'll see there's a blueprint of doing it. There's a blueprint of how Psychopathic Records planted the seeds for record companies like Strange Music and M&E and all of those underground record companies. They all should be paying homage to Psychopathic Records. They all should be bound down, because you know what? There's only one time that you get to make that first impression, and we made that first impression. And the fact of the matter is when you read the book, you'll be like, wow, man, these guys really busted their asses to achieve what they did. And we achieved greatness. And think about it. 30 plus years, people are still talking about Insane Clown Posse. Whether you're watching The Family Guy, or you're watching King of Queens, or you're watching Saturday Night Live, or Fresh Off the Boat, or whatever those shows are, they are a part of American pop culture. And that will never change. And I feel so proud that I was a part of establishing that.
Hell yeah. And it was good to see you, like, actually them interview you in the United States of Insanity documentary too.
Man, I haven't even seen it yet.
It's
swear.
very good. They did it justice, especially when they interview you. They did it very justice. I was like, God, I could hear Rudy talk for hours. That man speaks very good.
Thank you, brother. You know, me and Carlito, we tried to go see it on one of our rare days off. And we got to the theater and it was sold out. I was happy that it was sold out, but I was like, damn it, could you just fit 2 more people in there? But I'm happy that there was a success for that movie. And it was an important movie, an important documentary. Because what if anyone else's favorite bands got labeled what ICP's did? You know, there'd be a frenzy right now. People would be going nuts. And let me tell you something. That really hurt Psychopathic Records when our biggest distributors like Spencer's and Hot Topic and all these different places were like, we can't carry gang apparel. That really hurts the company, you know, in a financial way. And not only that, the juggalos that were treated like shit because they had a hatchet on their car or on their arm or whatever. It was straight bullshit. Even though we didn't get to have the case, you know, the way we wanted it to go, the fact of the matter is we made noise and we let people know, man, damn it, we're still here. And when we did the speech at the Washington Mall in Washington, D.C., the same place where you seen Forrest Gump and all them, and everybody's doing their speeches and everything. Man, we did it. We were there. We were there. And let me also say this for the record. Many underground artists, some of your favorites, were all offered and we're like, hey, come out, support, do the damn thing. And they didn't show up. And the reason why they didn't show up is because they weren't getting fucking money. And that's the bottom line. So I want all the people out there to recognize when you're spending your hard-earned money, think about those who care about you. Because that wasn't for ICP. That was for the juggalos. That was for the juggalos of the world. And when you got people that are making a living off of juggalos and they turn their backs on being at something such important, that's what I call bullshit. And you know what? A lot of people say, you know, Rudy, your views get you in trouble. Well, I don't give a shit, man, because you know what? those cats wouldn't have a career if it weren't for Juggalos, if it weren't for
Yes,
Joe
tell
Bruce,
'em.
if it wasn't for Joe Bruce, the fucking genius, they wouldn't have no fuck. They'd be fucking working at Taco Bell right now because nobody gave a shit. But the fact of the matter is that he put everything, his heart and soul, into his projects and made them into stars. And you know, I'm off my soapbox now, but
No,
it's the
you're
truth.
good, bro. That's what I love about you. I love because you and me are the exact same way. Like I get moments like that where I do that. So you can say all you want. There are no boundaries on this show. That's what makes it a good show.
Absolutely. And you know, the bottom line is that look, if you're good enough to take Juggalo's money, then you should be good enough to stand up and fight for them. That's my bottom line.
Exactly. That's why I'm really like enjoying like Yum Yum. Like that album has been like very much like therapy for me. Like you, where I've made my circle small, like I've made my circle small and I've watched who I've led in my circle and stuff. And I tell people, if you are in my circle, consider yourself lucky because I barely let people in my circle too.
Amen to that. You know, Drew, I urge everyone who's getting the book to sit down and listen to the Yum Yum album while reading the book, because I'll tell you what, it goes hand in hand. It truly does. You may think I'm crazy now until you have that book in your hand and you're listening from beginning to end. You're gonna be like, wow, man, he was right, because it's that it just works so good together. And you know, when I speak of Joe Bruce and when I speak of his genius, there wouldn't be no Rudy Hill. There wouldn't be no Rude Boy. There'd be a Rudy Hill, but there sure as hell wouldn't be a Rude Boy if it weren't for a guy like Joe Bruce, who lit a fire under my ass while I was way young and was like, you are fucking talented. Here's your talents. Do something with it. And he makes you believe that you can do it. And I'm thankful for him and Shaggy. They're both my brothers, man. I'm thankful for them, you know. I'm thankful that, you know, some 30 plus years, we're still here. We're still in the game. Think about this. Look at how many bands, artists, rappers, whatever you want to call it, in 30 years that went through that rotating door and nobody gives a shit about today. Think about that. And we were one of the ones, not just lucky, because we were lucky, but it was also hard work. Busting ass.
And yes, hard work pays off, people. Don't ever think it doesn't. That's what I always tell
absolutely. People. And sacrifice. Drew, my son Carlito, I was on the road so much when he was a baby. When I would come home, he would be afraid of me. He would cry and hide because he was like, who's this man, this stranger in our house? Even though I'm his father, but I had to go out there and I had to sacrifice so we could provide for our families. And man, like I said, man, I'm proud to say that I'm psychopathic till the day I die. I mean that. And let me also say this is no diss on anybody who goes and does their own thing, because you should go do your own thing at some point. You should blossom. You should, but you shouldn't do it on the merits of biting the hand that fed you.
Damn right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Don't bite the hand that fed you.
That's right. Recognize.
And that's why I tell people, you are OG to the fullest. You were around even before there was a psychopathic. So you are literally a day oneer yourself.
Absolutely. And I'm proud. I'm proud of the accomplishments that psychopathic, that all of us made, man. You know, we one of the craziest things is right now, to this day, still making magic happen. And you know, I think about Shaggy and his podcast that he has with Creep, Keegan the Creep, man. That's dope, man. And
yes, it is
funny, and people are enjoying it. And you know, I was with Joe on my birthday, and we went to a concert. We rented a limo bus and went to a concert and stuff. And it was so crazy because I'm sitting next to him and I'm thinking to myself, man, we're still here in 2021, still here. And look, again, man, I'm gonna get off my psychopathic soapbox. I never will get off on it, but because I'm always gonna be psychopathic till the day I die. However, man, just respect the fucking players, man. That's all I say. Respect those who came before you, just like psychopathic respects Esham. Esham was the man. He was there wouldn't be no ICP. There wouldn't be no Eminem. There sure as hell wouldn't be no Twisted, no Kid Rock. None of that without Esham paving the way. And he's one of the guys who, you know, for a lack of better words, he got the shitty end of the stick, man. He really did. And I do believe, and you know, whatever, I'm probably going to get some slack for it, but I don't give a fuck. It's because of his skin color. Because let me tell you something. Back then, if he was talking about the shit that Eminem was talking about, man, they would cancel him back then. And you know what? Let me also state this about Esham. Even more than 30 years in the game, he's still in the game today. Still doing shows, still putting out videos. His videos are dope, man, and still recreating himself and reinventing himself. I just want to shout out my boy Esham, man. He's a very big part of the book as well.
I've talked to him on numerous levels in person. Yeah. He's a real one. He's very highly intelligent dude.
He is. He's one of my dear friends. I love him. And I wish I had more time with him, because there was a time, and you'll read about it in the book, where me and Esham, we were glued to each other's hip. And we went to the American Music Awards together, and we went to all these Hollywood parties, and he was rocking shows at places, man, people only imagined that they would rock shows at. And I was a part of it, and you'll be able to read about it real soon when you get your book, brother.
Well, someone in the chat wants to know a funny or interesting story that's probably in the book, like so they can get a little taste of the book. Like, what's something you want to share?
Dude, there's so many funny stories, man. Oh my God, man. There's so many funny stories, and the way that Joe told it, the stories of us going to Jack the Rapper, and me putting Kid from Kid and Play in check. He left out a whole lot, man, because I was loud, I was obnoxious, and I was drunk, and I wanted everyone to hear me say, "Fuck Kid and Play. I'm trying to get my Corona." And the way that it's laid out in the book, I think you enjoy it. And like I said, man, there's so many funny stories, and a lot of heartache stories too, man. A lot of them, and overcoming demons and whatnot, you know. So, like I said, man, if I could pinpoint one story, I really can't, because there's so many of them. The book is damn near 500 pages, man. That's unheard of.
Right.
I'm proud of it. I really am.
Hell yeah. And even besides you guys being a very good label at Psychopathic, I remember even back in the days when JCW at one point was the #2 wrestling organization in the country behind WWE. Absolutely. One of the highlights that you'll read about in the book is when we did a show at the Fillmore in Denver. And Kamala was there, and all of these wrestlers. And one of the wrestlers on the bus, he took a bunch of mushrooms and he got all fucked up, and he was walking down Colfax naked, man. It was crazy. Well, I guess we could ask you some of those questions. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people do know, but if you could pick, who's probably one of the best, your favorite wrestlers to work with?
Oh, well, my favorite one to work with is Violent J, because him and we have such a great chemistry. We went to wrestle. I went to wrestle in West Virginia, and Joe found out. He was like, "Hey, man, you're going to wrestle in West Virginia this week?" And I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Fuck it, I'm going too." So before you know it, next thing you know, it's him and I in the ring after me and Pondo just got into it, and it was great. He's one of my favorite opponents. One of my other favorite opponents, of course, is Abdullah the Butcher. You know, we did a lot together. We made a lot of money together. We made a lot of noise together. Greg the Hammer Valentine, one of my favorites. Of course, Madman Pondo. By the way, Madman Pondo's book is out right now, and I urge everyone to pick it up. It is such a great read. Such a great read.
I definitely will be purchasing that as well and reading that.
He is a guy who, just like myself, does not pull any punches. And he's a great guy. He really is. He's one of my dear friends, someone that I'll always have his back, and I love him. Another guy that I loved working was Necro Butcher. Necro Butcher was stiff, and I like being stiff. I like it. If we're gonna do it, damn it, let's do it. Let's do it the right way, you know. And I loved working with Necro Butcher. I loved working with Kamala. He was, God rest his soul, man. I only wrestled him twice. But it was so easy and it was so good, and he was a true professional, and I miss him, man. He was a good friend of mine. He really was. So I mean, you know, the list can go on, you know, but those are the highlight guys that really, you know. Sabu is another one of them. I can't forget. Sabu is just, you know, when I got to work with him, it was like magic.
Oh yeah, and that's cool that you would even have him be like your like best friend as well.
Yeah.
He's definitely a real one.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing I've always like loved doing. Like I love watching wrestling, like documentaries. I like love reading. Back in the day, I used to like read wrestling autobiographies like crazy.
Yeah, me too. And you know, that was the way I really wanted to structure the book as well, as an easy read. You know what I'm saying? Just something, you know, easy. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, my man Misery just checked in, man. What up, Misery? Misery is my brother too. And I got to tell you something, Drew. Misery, his part in the book fucking steals the show, bro. I swear to God. He is another guy, man, that I like to surround myself around people who don't blow smoke up people's asses. And Misery is one of those guys. He comes with it, whether you like it or you don't like it. He puts it down, and I've loved Misery since the first day I met him. I love his family. His family are my family. And make sure man, that's going to definitely be one of the highlights of the book. And one of the cool things of the book, Drew, is you don't have to read it through like a regular book. There's different chapters of the different funhouse that you can open up the door, and here you go, man. You can go straight to that. And if you find it, well, this ain't for me, boom, you can go to the next door or in the next floor, you know. And it's such a great concept book for those who don't really care to read books, but it sucks you in where you want to know more.
Hell yeah. Shout outs to Misery and the rest of those dudes at Spanish Side. Those are my brothers too.
Man,
like I don't know if you saw the intro to my show, but there's like a little clip where like me and Fuego are hanging out. There's a part of the intro to my show where Shaggy and Keegan are giving my show props, which is so dope.
Nice.
And that just inspired me to keep going. I'm like, even you can agree with this. Everyone knows the greatest feeling in the world is the people that you look up to. When the people you look up to start giving you props, it's the greatest feeling in the world, whether it's in the music industry, the wrestling industry, just anything. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
Well, Drew, you know, one of the cool things is, you know, when I started in wrestling years ago, it was more of a secret society. It was like the mafia. You just couldn't just go to a wrestling school and rent a ring and become a wrestler. You couldn't do that. You had to pay your dues. You had to earn your respect. I worked for the original Sheik, Sabu's uncle, for many times, a few years, and he wouldn't even speak to me until one day he spoke to me in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I'll never forget it for the rest of my life. And for him to speak to me, that means that I earned his respect. Same with Abdullah the Butcher. Every match, he just fucked me up, beat my ass, fucked me up, beat my ass. Then it was my turn, and he was like, all right, kid, now it's your turn. So I earned his respect. And when you earn people's respect, there's nothing like it in the world. When I got to work with Isham and go on the road with him and be with him through some great memories, man, it was surreal because he was one of my favorite artists. It was like if I got to go hang out with Prince, it would be the same way, you know? And like you said, when you get the respect from your the people that you've grown up watching or people that you just respect in general, it means a lot. It means a whole lot.
Exactly. I got that like a few years ago because I'm actually head of like Ouija Mac's like street team, and I like promote him like heavily. So one day he just came up to me. He's like, "Bro, I appreciate what you do. Thank you." And he doesn't do that with a lot of people.
Let me say this about Ouija Mac. Let me say this. Ouija Mac is the future of hip hop. Believe this when I tell you. Ouija Mac is on his way to being the biggest superstar in the world, and that's the God's honest truth. Not in the underground, in the world. Mark my words. In a few years, you're going to kick back and be like, wow, man, Rudy was right. He was right. And I just know it. I've seen him so many times, and I've watched him develop into this monster that he is, no pun intended. But he became this he became something really big right now in the underground, but the underground isn't big enough for Ouija Mac.
Exactly. And he's even told people he's learned from the best too. Like he was basically us. He grew up on this scene too. He knows that in and out. So it's cool to like have someone that knows what we're about and watching him like succeed.
He's an amazing guy. He's someone I'm proud that's in the book as well. I can't speak more highly of Ouija Mac. And for those of you who haven't heard Ouija Mac, get your ass up. First off, what are you waiting for? Secondly, there ain't a rapper or group alive today that can touch Ouija Mac. I said it right now.
Exactly. I've told people like when I brought someone like to a show that I did here in Denver, and they're like, holy shit, his live show is dope. I'm like, yes, it is.
We were there. We were there in Denver for that for the last show that he did there. He did like 2 nights, and we were there. And it's in the book. It's all of the story is in the book. It's so great, man. I love Denver, man. God.
Yeah, Denver's got some very like lit shows, especially the Roxy Theater. It's such a good venue.
Let me tell you something. The Roxy and Scum and all those guys are great people. I consider them friends and family to the day I die.
Yeah, Scum's my brother too. That dude is a real one. Like everyone will tell me, they're like, he seems like an intimidating dude, but then once you actually meet him, he's the most chill, humble, respectful dude in the world.
He truly is, man. And always been respectful to me. And like I said, I consider a friend.
Hell yeah. Well, let's see. If there's anyone in the chat who has any questions, y'all feel free to ask. And if not, do you like have any last words, like shout outs? And can, of course, the Hours of Chaos get a shout out and Carnival Spirits?
I do want to shout out. I do want to shout out a few people. One of them, you might notice my hat I got on right here, Prolo. And that's my boy, Rudy Mazzio, who is a psychopathic soldier. He opened up his own clothing line, and it's dope, and I love it. And he's my friend. Check him out. Go online, look up Prolo, and that's Pro Juggalo. And make sure you support the underground, support those who are doing their best to, make things happen in their lives. Also, of course, man, I want to shout out Mike Shepard, my brother. I mean, without him, we wouldn't be having this discussion tonight. My best friend in the whole wide world, who happens to be my partner. He happens to be my partner in crime, my best friend, and he happens to be my son, DJ Carlito. I'm proud of him. Don't forget to go check him out this Saturday in Detroit at the River Place Ballroom with Big Daddy Kane and Awesome Dre. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be there. It's going to be so fun. Saturday, December 11th, Trixie's Bar in Hamtramck. It's the Rude Boy book release party. So there's going to be so many special guests. So make sure you bring your cameras And make sure you get some photos, because I tell you this, it's going to be awesome. Shout out to my boy Vanilla Ice for an awesome quotes in the book, man. He's just a good guy, my brother. Shout out, like I said, to Misery. Shout out to everybody out there listening. Thank you for giving me 30 years of happiness. It really, truly has been happiness. And I'm thankful and I'm humbled. I'm humbled by this. And, you know, like I always say before I go, man, I'm going to say it right now. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. Be good to one another. Take care of one another. Until we see each other again, God bless you. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
And you're always welcome on the show anytime, bro. Or if you know anyone that would want to be on, like Carlito, anyone, just have them hit me up. Because that's why I like doing on my show. That's why, like, in the community, I'm known as the Karma Millionaire, because I give back and I ask for nothing in return.
The Karma Millionaire. I love it. Oh, I love it.
So
you guys have a good night, man.
You too. Later, bro.
God bless. Peace out.
Hell yeah. Let's see. Hell yes, y'all. Hell to the yes. That, y'all, was a very dope interview. Worth the wait. Again, shout outs to the Rude Boy. If you guys haven't, check out his podcast series that he does called Cruising the Barrio. Check it out. Check out Rocks TV, where they are doing little documentary series on the history of wrestling in Detroit. Such a good documentary series. Hell yes. This was dope. Again, Rude Boy, always dope to hear that man talk. Definitely can't wait to read that book. So excited. I got goosebumps, y'all. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I got goosebumps in a very good way. That was a very... Because, you know, Rude Boy has had an impact on all our lives. He is a psychopathic day oneer before there was even a psychopathic, y'all. A real one. And yeah, y'all, we are going to get into some more dope news. As many of you know, soon, like immediately after this stream, I'm going to go through some stuff I have. Because next week, after this week, we are going to be returning with the Karma giveaways, y'all. Because it's a way of giving back to you guys. So yeah, let's pull up the flyer for that Rude Boy event that's going down. There you guys go. Make sure you guys, if you are in Michigan, or if you want to visit from outside Michigan, go check out the Rude Boy My Life the Funhouse release party with performances by Daniel Jordan going down the 11th. So make sure you're there. Hell yeah. That is a good news. And this, y'all, is the reason why the Hours of Chaos podcast won podcast of the year. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, we will be returning with the Karma giveaways because you guys... So I do have some extra stuff that I know that I do want to give away. And one of the things I will give away is I have an extra copy that I bought at the gathering. I have an extra DVD of the ICP Historic Tours DVD. I have an extra copy of that. That I will be giving away. I have a few other big giveaways that I will be contributing. One of them is a hoodie. and what that hoodie is, you guys will see. Again, of course, if you guys are watching this stream exclusively on Carnival Spirits on YouTube, super chats are welcome in the chat right there. The reason why I'm pointing there because the chat is right on my screen in that direction. Or if you're watching on your phone or computer, the chat is right down there. Of course, links down in the description for all the social medias for our guests. So a lot of Rude Boys social medias are right down in the link or the description of this video, of this stream, as well as links for your boy. Hell yeah. So, now we are going to get into some dope topics, y'all. Some other dope topics. Again, Rude Boy, always welcome to be on the show. So who knows? Maybe we'll eventually, since he has a book out. And B-Clown, I saw you posting the link to Madman Pondo's book. Link me that in a personal message too, because I want to check out that Madman Pondo book. I've had very good stories with Rudy, spending time with Rudy, again, pretty much a lot of us have grown up with Rudy in this Juggalo scene. If you've been in this Juggalo world for many years, we've all pretty much grown up with Rudy. This man is an icon. And he said it here, y'all. He dropped a lot of good major truth bombs on this show. And I love when he does that. That's why Rudy's a real one. He drops truth bombs majorly. And I love it when people do that because the truth always needs to be told, y'all. And I love that because I'm that same way. I'm not afraid to speak the truth neither, even if it might rub people the wrong way. But sometimes the truth needs to be said, y'all. This, y'all, episode is going to go down in history, and it's a gem. So if you guys haven't, make sure you are sharing this live stream everywhere. Oh, Tracy Smothers has a book too. I gotta check that out too. Damn, there's a lot of books I'm gonna need to check out. I'm gonna definitely get a lot of reading done. Hell yeah. Also, if you guys haven't, go check the other interviews that Rude Boy has been doing to promote the book, My Life the Funhouse. Check out MC Lars's Hatchet Talks, where MC Snacks had Rudy and Mike Shepard on. Check out that. That one is really good. I didn't know Rude Boy had a play in Zug Island Crack Tiles. I thought that's dope. Because, Zug Island Crack Tiles, y'all, is one of my top Psychopathic Records albums of all time. Also, if you haven't check it out when we did the bloody birthday for it a few years ago on Carnival Spirits. That's something I have planned to do to this channel as well, where I'm getting back in the habit of doing reviews, y'all. I might even do anniversary stream reviews like what I did with the Riddle Box. And if anyone wants to join those on me, let me know. If I end up doing the streams by myself, so be it. But yeah. Yes, Crack Tiles is amazing. Definitely one of my top Psychopathic Records albums of all time. I kicked myself in the butt for not catching that performance at the Super Gathering when they were performing Crack Tiles in its entirety. I kicked myself in the butt for not checking that set out. But I've seen Zug Island plenty of times. Zug Island, so dope live. I have a great story of at the Gathering 18 when me, Roxy, Vinny the ICP Kid, and D Lyrical, all four of us were jamming out live to Zug Island together at the Gathering. Now that's a dope story to share. Yeah, Shanzi saw that set. You lucky bastard. I don't even remember what I was doing that Gathering. I think I either got late. See, that's the whole point of the Gathering, y'all. For anyone that's never been to the Gathering, you have to try to perfectly plan out what you're going to do at the Gathering. You don't always end up doing stuff that you do at the Gathering, but you still have a great time. It was great, y'all. So much. I have so many good stories. Kicking it with Rudy, chatting it up with him. He even shared me some really cool stories that I won't share, but it was really cool stories when me and him were kicking it at DCG Con, just talking it, smoking a joint, passing it to each other. Rude Boy is definitely a real one, y'all. If you don't respect Rude Boy, then there's something wrong with you. This man is an icon. You saw the man giving Violent J those props. Hell yeah. Because, there's a lot of people these days that are talking shit on the Duke. Definitely a real one. So who knows, maybe someday we will get Violent J and Shaggy on here. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, y'all. There's just been so much good stuff coming. I see you in the chat, Lakeland. So yeah, if you guys have it, and you have your social medias, share this everywhere. This is a Rude Boy interview that you guys will definitely want people to peep out. Yep. Rude Boy spitting facts. So who knows? Maybe someday there will be a Don Chaos autobiography coming out. Who knows? But you guys know, I'm just going to, even said from the man himself, Rudy, just keep hustling, keep grinding, live your dream, y'all. Live your dreams. Life is short because you never know. So life is short. Live life, y'all. And have fun. And that's what I've been doing. I'm just going to live life. Life is too short, y'all. I mean, it sucks the last few years people had to realize that life's too short. But with Rudy and me and a bunch of other people, we've always known that life is too short. So let's get into some news, y'all. God, that interview was just so dope. All I got to say is this is why the Hours of Chaos podcast has won Podcast of the Year. Because hustling and grinding and being yourself. This hustling and grinding, helping promote those who deserve that recognition. The Karma Millionaire, y'all. I didn't give myself the name the Karma Millionaire. It was you guys that gave me that name. It was those of you in the community that gave me that name. Roxy was one of the people that gave me that name. Roxy Riddlebox is one of the people that gave me that name, the Karma Millionaire. And it's stuck with ever since. because those of you that feel the energy of Don Chaos here on your screens, or those of you that have met me in person, I'm the same person as I am on here as I am when this camera turns off. Your boy's the real one. I don't play any type of character. I'm the same person on here as I am outside of this. Real one. And those of you who know me or that have gotten to know me, whether it be through my whole YouTube career or that those of you that have finally met me in person, real recognize real. Because, you know, Don Chaos gets shit on a lot. I believe it was someone in the community that says if you have an issue with Don Chaos, you must have no brain cells to try to have an issue with Don Chaos. You must have, it's called jealousy, y'all. Jealousy. Jealousy. I can read people, and it is definitely jealousy. Because there's a lot of people here who act like fucking divas. Yes, it does. Hell yeah. So let's get into some very dope news, y'all. As many of you know, ICP announced on the Patreon last night. And make sure you guys are using those hashtags across the screen right there. All right, let's pull up some topics. Oh, they know who they are. Shots to Deck One Delt. Shouts to those dudes. If you guys haven't, what the hell is wrong with you? Go subscribe to One Deck Delt. Sorry. The caffeine's really making me bleh. But go shout outs to Deck One Delt. That's a tongue twister. And I love it. If you guys haven't, check out Deck One Delt. Very dope dude. Very, very dope podcast. You guys really need to check them out. If not, do it. Do it now. Do it. Hell yeah. And you guys never know. Deck One Delt will possibly, you never know. Don Chaos and Deck One Delt. I really want to work with those dudes a lot and collaborate with them when it comes to doing reviews. So you never know. Well, you guys deserve recognition. That's why eventually I want to have you guys on the show, the Hours of Chaos podcast, or if I do music discussions, I want to have you guys on. All right, let's get into some topics, yo. Again, make sure if you guys are in Michigan or anything, you go check out the Rude Boy My Life the Funhouse release party. Go check it out. Shouts to Rude Boy on the show. Hell yeah. Also going down is Five Force Records. If anyone remembers Five Force Records back in the day. They are doing a show at Carl's Tavern. It's going down. If you guys haven't, go check it out. It's December 16th. Seems like a very good lineup. If anyone remembers 5 Force Records back in the day. Also, on some dopeness, ICP announced that they, on their Patreon last night, that ICP will be moving to Twitch. That is right. The Insane Clown Posse, the Southwest Strangler, Shaggy 2 Dope, and the Duke of the Wicked himself, Violent J, are coming to Twitch. Because it seems like Jay had such a very dope time being on DJ Clay's Twitch stream, which if you guys haven't, you should have been there. It was a dope stream. Shout outs to DJ Clay, who's actually live right now on Twitch. So everyone go tell DJ Clay on Twitch, much love and respect from the Hours of Chaos podcast, because eventually we want to get DJ Clay here on the show. That'd be dope. All right, on to some other news. But yes, ICP is going to be doing, because they were tired of, like, I guess people saying that they couldn't afford the Patreon. So ICP's streams are now going to be on Twitch for free. A good reason for y'all to get a Twitch account. Hell yes. So the possibilities are endless, y'all. I'm excited because I know when Jay was on Clay's stream on Twitch, people were saying Jay needs to get on Twitch, and you could tell Jay was genuinely having fun on that stream. Hell yes. Shout outs to the man himself. Also, y'all, Carnival Spirits, for those that don't know, we've been in the game for 10 years. I've been in the game for 10 years, like doing YouTube. So very soon, Carnival Spirits is going to be hosting a 10-year anniversary stream. And a who's who is going to be there, y'all. We are going to have a 10-year anniversary stream. And what better way to call the stream and to celebrate 10 years of Carnival Spirits than having, this is going to be the new hashtag, y'all, so make sure you use it. Drum roll, please. On December 18th, Carnival Spirits, which, if you guys want to be a part of that stream, let us know. And if you want to contribute, send us individually or Carnival Spirits a clip of you saying, hey, this is like so-and-so. I would just want to wish Carnival Spirits a happy 10-year anniversary, a decade of dominance. Oh, that is right, y'all. A decade of dominance. And that is what the new hashtag is going to be. So make sure you guys are using that hashtag. Carnival Spirits, a decade of dominance. Hell yes. That's going down December 18th. So make sure you guys are a part of that. If you want to contribute or be on that stream, let us know. And if you want to send us a clip of you saying happy 10-year anniversary, Carnival Spirits, a decade of dominance, either send the clip to any one of us at Carnival Spirits or post it, send it to any of our Carnival Spirits social medias on Instagram, Facebook. You guys can send me clips and I will make sure that the clips get played on the stream, because we will have clips of those playing throughout the stream, as well as just come on and celebrate a decade of decadence, dominance with the Juggalo Jedi Council. So, if you guys want to be a part of that, let us know. And yeah, I'm going to send the link. So, yeah. And if anyone wants to come join, y'all are welcome to. I guess you could say this is the official chill session also of the Hours of Chaos podcast. Or I can start a whole stream and make that the hangout session if anyone wants to come do that. Don't act like y'all have nothing else better to do on a Thursday night. If you act like you have something else better to do on a Thursday night, then tune in to the Hours of Chaos podcast. Don't act like you do, because you don't. This was a very good episode. A very great episode. Definitely a great episode. I still have goosebumps. This was a very great Rude Boy interview. Truth speaks. People wonder why the Hours of Chaos podcast won podcast of the year last year. Well, this is why, when we have dope guests like that. And that's what makes the Hours of Chaos podcast a great show, when we have our special guests on the show, because we have 3 different types of guests on the show. We have unknown people that I know that you guys don't know, but you'll eventually know. We have people that are somewhat well established that people do somewhat know. And then we have legends and veterans on the show, people that people know. Like, for example, tonight, if you don't know who the Rude Boy is, the man has more than one dimension to him. And that's what I love about the Rude Boy. It's pretty much like your boy, so who knows, maybe the Don Chaos book in a few years' time will eventually be written. Make sure you guys check out the link to my girl's Twitch account. I would post it on here, but, for some reason, YouTube won't, let me post the link right now. So, yeah. Yeah. Just know, someone said it here, and I don't think he's still in the chat. Shout outs to that dude. He said, if you have an issue with Don Chaos, there must be really something wrong with you. It's the truth. I don't know what to tell you. If I'm gonna piss people off for just being me, so be it. So be it. I don't give a fuck. If I'm gonna piss people off for being a real one, so be it. I don't give a fuck. Yes, thank you for doing that, B Clown. Hell yeah. So yeah, how many of you guys would like to read a Don Chaos book? Because, there's a lot of stuff that I've never shared with a lot of people that I feel would be shocked and be like, oh shit. One of the things I would like to, because, some people, I've never been very open on, I'm open somewhat about how I feel about certain stuff, but I've never fully been open about how I feel about certain stuff and why I see stuff a certain way. And I think if I were to ever write a book, it might make a lot of people go, holy shit. Like in a good way. I did not realize Don thought that way. I did not think I've always wanted to know his opinions on that stuff, and now he says it. Might shock some people. Might make some people go, holy, like shock you in a good way. Like, oh, I did not know he thought that way or anything. I did not know he went through that type of shit. I did not know Don Chaos was knowledgeable about that life, about that sort of shit. Jeff, thank you for showing me. Hell yeah. So, with that said, I don't know if my girl Amanda is going to be going live on Twitch tonight. I believe she will. If she is, make sure you guys tune into that. And as they call it on Twitch, when you want to go show support to someone else's Twitch, it's called rating that stream. So I'm probably going to also get into gaming as well on Twitch, because I really want to get into really like retro gaming, but I want to like share stories of me like talking about the retro game that I'm playing and memories I have playing it, and doing like an actual review as I'm like playing the video game. I have plans to do that. You guys have plans to see other stuff from Don Chaos, not just live streams, because I'm not just going to stick to doing live streams. You know, pretty much that's what the Hours of Chaos podcast is. It's my podcast, dropping news about anything going on in the underground juggalo scene, entertainment industry in general, saying my thoughts on other stuff. This show has a bit of everything. And there's a reason why this show won Podcast of the Year. I'm just saying. Tonight was another living proof why this show won Podcast Radio Show Underground Show Juggalo Show of the Year. Because real recognizes real. And the power to the people spoke. You guys. The Cult of Chaos. Because many of you guys know, I've always made the polls every year, and I never won. I always made the polls, and I never won. For the 3-4 years that session category of the awards. Let me see. So yeah, for like 3-4 years that those awards have been going on, y'all, I've always made the polls, but your boy never won until last year. So you can say it was hard work paying off. Hard work pays off, y'all. Don't ever think it doesn't. Rude Boy is another living proof that hard work pays off. You know, if this interview didn't inspire you guys, or if any of the guests that I've had on the show has not inspired you guys to get out there and live your dream, doing what you love, then we don't know what to tell you. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live my life while helping give people the recognition that they deserve. Because this is why your boy is the Karma Millionaire. I love giving back, helping put people on, helping people get on that are coming up, helping people get out there that are somewhat established, and then people that are established. It's our way of paying respect to those people that paved the way for us. And that's why the guest segment of our show is so great, because we have so many different guests, y'all. Anything from unknown people that will eventually you will look back and be like, wow, that person's very first interview was with Don Chaos. Then we have people that are somewhat established that you all do know. And then we will have the veterans and the legends on the show to pay homage and respect to those that paved the way for us. So we have all different types of guests on here. How many people you can say do that on their shows? And why do I have people on my show? Because I like to give props and respect to those that deserve it. That I know that put in that hustle and that grind. Pretty much like what I do. I'm a hustler by nature. I've always been that way. I'm going to continue to be that way. And with that said, you guys already know who I am. And chat, get ready. You guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S. Your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO. The Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, chat, let them hear. Someone in the chat's going to post it. But yeah, such a great episode. Holy shit. Again, Rude Boy, always welcome on the show. Always. A lot of our guests are always welcome on the show. I love you guys. And yeah. Love you too, babe. I love you guys. And yeah. Carnal Spirits, A Decade of Dominance, going down December 18th, y'all. Again, if you guys are really going to contribute a clip, be sure to send the clip to me, and I will get it to Carnal Spirits to where we play it on the 10-year anniversary, A Decade of Dominance. Also, if you guys just so happen to, if you are new to this show and you just somehow came across this show, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up if you like what you heard and listened. Thumbs down the stream. But if you thumbs down this stream, we don't know what to tell you. But if you do it, go ahead. But if you're doing it just out of spite, sorry and shit. Sorry, not sorry. Oh, yeah. And if you guys know if any shows you want Don Chaos to be a guest on, just let me know. You guys are not going to want to miss the Hours of Chaos podcast. This show is going to get so much better because we are also officially on the road to the 200th episode, y'all, of the Hours of Chaos podcast. We are officially on the road to the 200th episode, y'all. Holy shit. That's dope. And we will be doing karma giveaways, y'all. Definitely some karma giveaways, y'all. And you guys are not going to want to miss on December 8th, because we're going to have a who's who on that show, where we at Carnival Spirits will celebrate a decade of dominance. You guys already know who I am. Don Chaos. Psychopathic for life. Loyalty strong. Have a great night, y'all. This is the Don signing out.